I'm curious because the ecosystem is exploding. AI, obviously, nuances. It's like putting Parmesan cheese on every piece of food you're eating thing, right? But do you see the ecosystem like becoming this more of a ecosystem first era right now where you can't have there's no single vendor that will solve a problem. And what does that look like? And how do we best engage? How do people look to best engage with that channel business?
Yeah, great question.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I, my visceral reaction to the question is kind of going back to what I said at the beginning. Is my fear of meeting the needs of the ecosystem is that it's singular. It's one thing, and it's it kind of needs to be the ecosystems or to understand what are the various needs. I want to put similar motions in the same tracks, but if I just have one ecosystem, it almost reinforces that organizational overlay that everything's the same there.
Mm.
And it's like the needs are differentiated. I'd say when I talk to vendors, I often talk about, this is from channel distribution theory, but we say, the primary value of partners is that they have this, we call it a differentiated value add. Fundamentally, the way that they go to market should be different than the way that we do it when we go directly. And so that's when I look at the ecosystem, is to say, I want to make sure that I keep as many of those paths open to go to market and to understand, I need a systems integrated partner, I need a strategic partner,
Right.
et cetera. And those are different kinds, but even within each one of those, I'm going to call each of those ecosystems, there's different kinds of partners. Say these ones are going for large enterprise, these are going for SMB. And, in this case, they just sell us. This other partner, they always combine us with another product, and that's their unique value differentiation. So like when those two partners might go to the same client, but what they're offering looks different from what we offer direct and from each other, because they're pairing it with different things to add value. And I think all of that needs to be under the ecosystem. And I'm being a little bit tongue in cheek because, obviously the term ecosystem is the interconnectedness of everything in the system. But I do have that kind of fear that sometimes it gets just not interpreted that way. And it's just the one thing. What's the one thing we need for partners? And you can go down that track pretty far, pretty quickly. And that's the risk I see.